What's up everybody, what's up MGTOW? So in this video I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm just going to be trying to show you how I make a beat for free in Fruity Loops. Now Fruity Loops is a pretty good program, you can download it for free, and also they pretty much let you use almost all the functionality of it for free. But the main problem with the free program is that you can't save, or you can save it but you can't reopen a file that you save. So in this video I'm just going to kind of be showing you the basic way to make a trap beat or trap style kind of beat, and also more importantly I'm going to be trying to show you some of the ways that you can export the beat and do things with the beat for free and kind of get around the limitations of the free section of the program. Because basically I just want to show you guys how to make a beat for yourself, and this is a free way to make a free beat and you don't have to pay anybody for the beat, you can make the beat yourself. And so I'm not going to be going too deep into music theory or anything like that, just basically just showing you what I'm doing basically over here when I make a beat. And it's not going to be one of those quick 10-minute beat tutorials where that's not really a tutorial. And that's kind of more for more advanced people who already know what's going on in the program, and then you're just watching somebody do a track real quick in 10 minutes. I mean, I could probably lay down a melody and beats and drums and stuff like that in 10 minutes, but if you don't know anything about it, you're not going to learn anything from me doing that. So it's better for me to just kind of make a longer video and show you what I'm doing and show you how it works. So I mean, basically the first thing you want to do is, start a new one. So I just go to new. Some people say that you have to go to one without the limiter. I don't use the limiter, but how I turn the limiter off is I go to the mixer, then I go to master, then I just turn it off. And then you also have to go up here, and that's the timing, the different quantizations, half a beat, quarter beat, 16th beat, or 6th beat, whatever. And I usually just put on a half a beat. Then you go over here. So this thing is like where your instruments are. I forget what it's called. And then this is the sequencer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a 8-bar. Some of those drop down menus you can't see on OBS, but I just made like an 8-bar thing. I'm just going to stick it up here. Then, I'm going to go to replace, not insert, and then just do piano. So you should be able to see that. And I mean, the first thing you want to do when you make a melody, you just want to play some chords. Like, for pop music, it's usually just like major, minor, and then if you want to do jazz chords, you go up on the black keys. Or you can do like one white key and then try to find the black key that fits. And then you just kind of, that's not the right note. But then I'm playing with the keyboard, I can't really shift the chords like that because I'm using the computer keyboard, I'm not using a piano or anything like that. So I'm already completely at the limit of, I can't slide up the chord or anything. But you don't gotta worry about that too much when you're making hip hop. You just basically just want to find one chord. So then you want to record it. I'm going to turn up the tempo too from like 130 to 140, 145. Metronome. And just record it. Oops. Mess up on a note or whatever, you can just go into the note editor. It also helps too, like when you have a note that's like too far off of where the keyboard is and you want to make it like higher octave or something like that. Oh yeah, it's a sharp. And I mean, usually what I'll do is then I'll just go to the thing. Then you gotta hold down Control L to assign that to the thing. Then I'll just put EQ. You can't see, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm gonna go to the Fruity Parametric EQ 2. And then just turn down the bass on the piano. A little bit of high. Bring that up. Then add some reverb, or yeah, usually reverb. Then I'll usually just like add like a synthesizer under that. Like the Flex is pretty good, or something like the Toxic Biohazard one too. That one's probably like the most contemporary sounding one. Pattern 2, make that one 8 bars too. I use mostly all stock stuff on here. The only thing that I don't use that's stock is the drums. I've downloaded these drums probably like 10 years ago. Some of them, like this Ninth Wonder drum kit, I downloaded a long time ago, and the OVO kit. Mostly I've been using this Versace Red. I don't even know where I downloaded like 10 years ago. I just had it on my hard drive. I usually just use this kick drum right here. But I'm gonna add the hi-hats first. And then the hi-hats, I usually just do a 4-bar pattern, so that way you can cut them in and out easier. Because if you have an 8-bar one, then you gotta erase the whole 8 bars or slide it over and make it so it's half. And with this, at first I'll just fill each 2 steps. Then put the kick drum in there. Assign the kick drum. I inserted that, so that was kind of stupid. But to 30. Press Control L. Then I'll add the same EQ. But then, well, I'll pull down like the lowest low end and some of the high end, and then really just pull that part up. Usually, it's still not loud enough. I usually turn the mixer up too. Like, it's not supposed to clip or like go into that red part, but on the drums, for some reason, that's how everybody does it now. So I used to do like side chaining and stuff like that, but it just works. I mean, you just. Oh yeah, when the synthesizer cuts out like that, that's because it's a free program. So like they make it so that the synthesizer just cuts out every once in a while. But as long as you add enough layers, it doesn't matter. You won't really be able to tell. Unless like sometimes it does, and sometimes what you can do to fix that is you can export the track like 3 different times, because every time when you export it, it's gonna cut out in a different place, and then you just mix them together with the ones that are in the different places where the synthesizer cut out, so you can get one where it doesn't cut out. I'm just making a basic beat. I'm not going crazy or anything on it. So, might not be the best beat in the entire universe, but you'll learn how to do it. You'll probably make a better one than me. Now here, I mean, you can either add more hi-hats now or later, or you can add the snare. Sometimes I'll do the 808s. Like if I have it in my head and know exactly what I'm gonna do already, then you can just add any part at any time because you already know where you're gonna put the stuff. But when you're just kind of jamming out like this, and you know, sometimes it's better to add the snare first so you can kind of hear what it's gonna sound like. Compress it a little bit so it's louder. Just 4 bars on those. You can try and find the one that's in the right key. What I usually see is this one. It's like a longer one. Add that to there. It should be 6. And here again, same EQ. This is how I turn up the bass. I mean, you can see where the sound is on there. It's a pretty good equalizer. Then, a lot of people use distortion and stuff, but I just use this wave shaper thing. And then just push it up like that. Pull it down like that. You also have to cut itself so it doesn't overlap. So with the bass line, I'll usually make that one 16 bars. So like, in order to copy everything, first you press Control A, then you press Control B to paste what you just copied. So now that section's 16 bars. Then when I add this down here, I'll just make it 16 bars. I mean, that sounds alright, but if you want to add portamento, then you go over here, add portamento, manually turn it up so it slides pretty good. And I mean, like, if you can turn up the distortion on the wave shaper too if you pull up the bottom part. I don't really like too much distortion. I just like a kind of smoother bass. You add the hi-hats again. I usually just use a different hi-hat. Doesn't really matter which one. Pattern, 4 bars. You kind of get the point. You just keep doing that, and then so on the hi-hats, you got to go into the actual like note editor. It's called like a step editor because it's basically over here. You know, that's the piano grid, and then that's the timing where it is. Then I'll use this other thing to paint it on. So like, so like I'm switching back and forth from like 1/6 to, it just depends really how you want it to sound. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do the hi-hats. And I mean, you can add another layer too, like if you want, with an open hi-hat. 4 bars. But I just usually do it 4 bars because it's easy to just take it out when you're doing the arranging part. And like that's why those 10-minute beat tutorials, I mean, yeah, you can lay down a track or something like that, but you can't really arrange it and mix it and do all the other stuff that you have to do in 10 minutes. There's just no way. I mean, at least I don't think you can. I mean, you'd have to be like super fast, super speed, doing everything. So like, I'm gonna go down to the open hi-hats. You know, I mean, you can keep adding more melody or whatever. I'm not going to really go into it to mute the composition right now because that's a whole nother topic as opposed to just producing and arranging the beat. I just want you to see, I mean, it's more about just the sounds and how you want the beat to sound. And then, you know, when you come up with the melody in your head, or if you just start jamming out and come up with a melody, then you'll know how to do all this other stuff. So basically now I'm gonna arrange the beat. So usually what I'll do is I'll just stop it and then select all and then copy it a bunch, like probably like 8 times. So it's up to 145. And then just erase that. That's like the loop thing. So like, yeah, if you want to loop something, you gotta drag, right drag, and then if you want to erase it, you just double click on it. And then if you want to go back to the beginning of the beat, double click on that. I don't know how to drag this back to the beginning, but I just drag it back. Just erase like all that stuff. See like what I'm saying, like how if you make it 16 bars, once you erase it, it's just a pain. But like the bass line's fine because it's not that big of a deal. And you know, I'm arranging it. I usually just put on a bar so I can just take a little bar out. basic, you know, like I'm saying, I'm not really paying attention too much because I'm also doing this, and it's kind of, I can't pay attention to two things at once like that and make a beat, because usually, you know, when you make a beat, you're not paying attention, you're just doing it, you're not trying to figure out how to do it or explain to someone how to do it, you just do it, you don't think about doing it, just like anything else you're trained to do, you don't think about doing it, you just do it. Do one of these drop things where you just kind of drop the whole beat out for a second. And then like you can also like mess around with the hi-hat so you don't have them all in there all the time. That's just basically how you arrange the beat. You know, you just kind of take that full thing that you made, like, cause it's easier to just make that first part, so you make sure that all the parts of the beat like match. You know, either key wise or the rhythm matches on all the parts of the beat. Then you just copy it, and then you can mess around with it and switch in and out to different parts. And like, you know, like, okay, here's another thing, because when you have the Pay program, you can just change that. You can go right here and you can like change it to a different thing. But like, say you want to change this like melody part or whatever, and you go here, you copy it, and then you make a new instrument. I don't know, probably do like bells or something like that. So I'll use the citrus and go to bells, and I like this one. Then you gotta make a new pattern, and make it the same 8 bars. So you put that down here. Then you just paste the same, and then you paste that onto there. So like I'm saying, that's just basically how you arrange it. And you know, if you want to add extra things, like say you want to just add like a crash or something like in one place. To it, like echo. Call it delay, but echo, you can call it delay, echo, whatever you want to call it, and then a little compressor to make it a little bit louder. Just add it wherever you want, really. Pretty random, I know, but I kind of like just adding the crash in there. If I do add a crash, you don't want everything to just be like completely repetitive to where it's just the same thing every time. So that's why I just do it randomly. There's different ways. I mean, it's art. There's different ways you can do it. You can do it however you want. That's just how I do it. As long as it's kind of on one of those where, okay, all right. So yeah. That's how you do the arranging. Then you gotta mix it too. So like this track, I don't know why I put that over there. It's kind of stupid because I pressed insert instead of replace. So I got that. So now you gotta click on each one of these individually and then add it in there. So like that's it's saying that the hi-hat is on 1. So separate thing. Snare's already in there, the other hi-hat. 7. And I'm just pressing Control L to do all that. So then, I mean, it's already mixed pretty good because I kind of do it beforehand. There's nothing on 5, so that's about it really. And then, you know, like whatever, I'm gonna turn the hi-hat up a little bit or something. So I mean, like I said, you gotta mess around with it. But that's how you just assign everything to the mixer, and then you know you gotta work with the sounds. And if something's too quiet or too loud, you can either turn it down like that, or you can use a compressor. You can use a limiter too. Just depends on how you want it to sound. And then basically, that's how you get the beat. And then the beat's done. You know, it's arranged pretty good. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not the best melody I've ever come up with or anything like that. Definitely not, but like you can see how it works. You see how you just, I mean, I'm just using a regular computer keyboard to play all the notes and stuff like that. So then when you're done, I mean, you can save it, and I usually save it first, but you can't reopen it once and if it crashes or something like that, you're screwed. Beat's done. So basically what I do is I'll just save it. I don't know what I'll call it. February video track. Take longer to save because OBS is on it too. See, and then it gives you this thing, and it's like, yeah, you can buy it if you want. And I'm like, okay. When maybe when somebody buys some of my beats, I'll buy it. Okay, later. And then, but the thing is, that's just saving it, so that doesn't do anything for you at this point if you just have the free program. So what I usually do is I go to export, but then I go to export all playlist tracks. So what that does is it exports all the tracks separately. So that way, if I want to, do something else to it, or I have to edit it or remix it because it doesn't sound mixed properly, then I can just take all those separate tracks and just put them right back in here, just like how they are right now when I open a new one, because obviously you can't open the one that you save because it's free. And so that way, if you have any mixing problems, or you want to remix it, or you want to add something else to it or take something out of it, you always have each track separately, and you can put all the tracks back in here, and then you can edit them again in the program. But I mean, it's mixed pretty good, I think. So after I do this, I'm gonna export it the regular way too, where it just exports the full thing. But that's basically it, really. You lay down the melody and the beats, you work with your different sounds and stuff like that. Then you can either mix it first or arrange it first. It just depends how you want to do it. I usually arrange it first, and then assign all the tracks to the different mixer tracks, then mix it down, make sure the sounds are good, then export each track separately, so that way if you have to come back to it and do something to it, you're good. And then I'll just export the full beat after that. So that's it pretty much. I hope the sounds alright. I did a couple sound tests before I tried this, but hopefully it comes out pretty good and you can make your own beats this way. So that's really it. Have a good day and go MGTOW.